everybody? This is David. Welcome back to the channel. First things first, do me a favor. Take a moment, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I really appreciate it. Today's a special day. It's my born day, another year around the sun. I'm really just thankful to see another year. So no complaints here, no complaints at all. But without further ado, man, we're gonna jump right into this market. It was a good day in the market, man. Had a little pump in the market. We had some big movement from Apple, Amazon. Um, Nasdaq was popping today, and we got to see what's going on with Lucid. Y'all remember Lucid? Lucid was a hot topic a few years ago, and now it's kind of fell off a cliff. And it had some earnings that came in, and I don't think that was very impressive. So we'll take a look and see how Lucid is doing today. So without further ado, man, let's jump right into it. We're gonna go right over to Yahoo Finance and let's see what's going on in the market. All right, we see the Nasdaq was up today 1%. The Nasdaq was up 1%, 252 points. We see the S&P was up 45 points. Dow was up 81 points. So good day on the Dow, good day in the S&P. Nasdaq was on fire today. You see the headlines here: Apple powers tech rally as Nasdaq and S&P jump. So we'll click on this here. You see the stock market today. S&P led stocks higher as Apple surges. And let's see. Apple stock rose on Wednesday on news that CEO Tim Cook would join President Trump at the White House to announce a new $100 billion investment in domestic manufacturing. Tech giant previously announced $500 billion investment in the U.S. over the next 4 years as it looks to avoid steep tariffs on its products. So big news from Apple, and we saw that reflect in the price. Let's take a look at Apple's price today. One second to pull up. And you see Apple was up 10 points today. Apple sitting at 213.25, up 5% today. A huge day for Apple. Basically, like we said on that news on the investment from Tim Cook, you see here market headlines: Apple has announced a $100 billion investment to boost U.S. manufacturing, bringing its total commitment to $600 billion over 4 years. This strategic move is expected to enhance its domestic supply chain, support job creation, and mitigate tariff impacts on its operations. So, big day today for Apple. You see it's down a little bit after hours, but nothing really major. Up 5% today, in the market. So that's a really, really big day for Apple, man. And just a little bounce back here. And over the last 5 days, over the last week, you see Apple's up 2%. Over the last month, running kind of flat. Year to date, still down 14% year to date, but we see a huge day from Apple today, and we'll see if that starts a trend with the stock price, if it's going to move up or not. I still have quite a few shares of Apple. I took advantage today and sold a cover call on the pop. So we made some pretty good money with Apple today, selling the cover call. So I'm not mad at that at all. And of course, we got some shares. So, a good day, I should say. Let's head over to Amazon. Amazon got crushed with their earnings, and the stock price kind of fell off a cliff for a little minute last few days, but they had a big day today, up 4%, up 8 points. And you see Amazon's trading at 222.31. So pretty solid day for Amazon after kind of taking a hit the last few days. You see the last week down 3%. Over the last month, kind of flat. Year to date, Amazon's up 1% year to date. So, but a good day today. Good day today for Amazon. And you see some market headlines for Amazon. Amazon is making significant strides in technology and labor relations, highlighted by a $36.7 million investment in quantum computing and a union certification ruling in British Columbia. The company is also advancing its AI capabilities with the launch of Alexa Plus, despite some early performance concerns. Okay, okay, Amazon, I see you. So the Nasdaq popped today, of course, led by Apple was up, Amazon was up, Google we see was up $1 today with a GOOG price. Microsoft kind of was down a little bit today. Fig, hot off the press, right up today, 14%. And what else we got? We talked. Let's see what Lucid, man. Let's see what Lucid got going on here. And you see, Lucid got hit hard today. And just overall, this price, man, $2.18. You know, we thought Lucid was going to be the next big thing to blow, and it kind of just fell off a cliff, man. Down 9% today, $2.18 over the last week. You see, it's down 12% just the last week, up slightly over the last month. Year to date, down 27% year to date, and then over the last year, down 29%. So Lucid has just been getting hammered of late. And let's just see some headlines on it. And you see here, Lucid Group faced a 9.7% drop in stock price after disappointing Q2 results, missing earnings expectation and revising production forecasts downwards. Despite a revenue increase to 259.4 million, the company cited significant cost pressures from tariffs and lowered its annual vehicle production outlook to 18,000 to 20,000 units. So not a good look for Lucid. Definitely not a good look for the company. And you're seeing it kind of reflect in the share price. So, you know, we'll keep an eye on Lucid, see if it bounces back down the road here, but just not a good look. Not a good look at all. Yeah, let's take a look at some of the top gainers today. You see VSAT up 30% today. Any VSAT owners out there? Stock price up 6.53. Asteria up 28% today, 38 points. ZETA up 27%. Ring, any Ring owners? I never own Ring. Ring Central, I should say, up 26.97%, and RNA up 26.14%. So up 26%. Some top losers today: LNTH down 28%, KMPR down 21%, Six Flags Fun, FUN down 20%, SMIC, wow, down 18%, and Upstart down 18%. So those are some of the top losers on the day. Snap, AMD, Lucid, NVIDIA, SMCI was some of the most active stocks for the day. And then let's see what else, any other headlines we got going on here. Let's go back to the home page. And you see, on the eve of U.S. tariffs, Brazilian beef exports hit record high in July. Wow. NVIDIA's most underappreciated business is taking off. Fed's daily is reporting Fed will likely need to lower rates as job market has slowed. Interesting. You know, the Fed talk is always an interesting topic of conversation every month. DoorDash jumps on strong forecasts amid resilient delivery demand. Okay. Then you have Lyft dives after revenue miss on competition, weak U.S. travel demand. So, like I said, this is earnings season, so you see a lot of these companies reporting their earnings. You're getting an inside look on how the company is doing, you know, specifically over the last quarter. So, Airbnb issues upbeat outlook, plans $6 billion share buyback. Okay. We talked about the Apple announcement. Prudential Financial to pay $100 million in U.S. FTC settlement. Wow. Okay. I do a little business with Prudential. What else we got? Fortinet forecast third quarter sales below estimates as trade uncertainty weighs. So yeah, of course the tariffs and trade it's weighing heavily on some of these companies. So kind of crazy. India hits back as bully Trump as world awaits new tariffs. Wow. It's just a lot of craziness going on out there. Apple set to dodge bulk of India tariffs, including on iPhones. Okay. And you got Disney. Any Disney stockholders still? I don't know. I don't own any Disney. I think my son had it at one time, but we sold his shares. He doesn't own any Disney at all. We see here Disney stock slides amid sharp decline in linear TV business. Mm-mm. So yeah, just a lot of things happening right now. A lot of things happening. You can go over to Yahoo Finance and check out some of these headlines. And like I said, if you invested in the market, man, you want to kind of keep up on what's going on, especially in. I think overall, you should know what's going on. It's part of following the money, especially if you invest in some of these companies. So, you always want to keep up with some of the headlines, especially when earnings like this is coming around after each quarter. After March, June, September, December, you're going to start seeing those quarterly earnings to see how the company performed for the previous quarter, and they give outlooks and kind of the inside look of what they expect going forward. So that news heavily affects the stock price one way or the other. So it's good to keep up with it. So, but yeah, man, I think we're gonna wrap it up today. Like I said, man, all I ask is hit the like button, the share button. Like I said, if you're a first time visitor or if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe and notification bell. Just trying to help the channel grow. Like I said, today's my birthday, man. We just chilling out. Me and my son are gonna step out for a second, have a good time tonight, and enjoy the rest of the day. So I hope you guys doing the same. Hope your portfolios are doing well. Leave me some feedback. I really appreciate the comments. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later.